For today's class, we'll be doing some asana practice with the assistance of 2 yoga blocks, or some people call this yoga bricks. You could also forget them all together and just do the practice without the blocks, because all of the asana that we'll be doing later can be done with or without the blocks. And one hand towel will be nice to have also to assist some of the asanas that we'll be doing today. I would just like to spend some time to describe the way we position our hands on the blocks later on when we come into a plank position. So we want to place the hands closer to one of the corner of the blocks so that we will drape the index and the middle finger on the short edge of the block and drape the ring and the pinky finger on the long edge of the block and keep the thumb on the top of the blocks. So this is how we grip on the blocks, and in this position we could actually feel the knuckles and the finger pads gripping the blocks, and that will help us to distribute the weight more equally rather than just putting a lot of pressure just on the wrist area. So place the 2 blocks in the front of your mat. Step placing your feet in between the blocks. Keep the feet slightly apart. Stay in your forward fold for now. And slowly, with the soft bend of your knees, you will start to unroll your spine, keeping your and slowly unrolling up into standing mountain pose. Think about aligning your sitting bones with the heels. Inhale, this time raise your arms up. Look in between your hands. Extended mountain. Exhale. Slowly diving down. Forward fold. Place your hands on the blocks. And step one leg at a time. Come into plank. So in plank, you want to lift your spine up. Push your chin back. Bring your head and neck to align with the rest of the spine. Spine lifting up, ribs in. Push your belly button towards your spine. Engage your legs. Lift your kneecaps up. Squeeze your buttocks. And from here, we will bend the elbow to lower down into chaturanga. But of course, there is an option to drop your knees and cross the ankles and lower down by bending your elbows. Actually, let's start with the knees on the mat first for the first one. So bend the elbows, keep the elbows close to the side of your body. Lower just as far as you can without collapsing your shoulder blades and your ribs. So you want to keep the torso stable as you lower down and inhaling to push up. Come back to plank. Both legs straight, knees off the mat. Lift your right foot, bend the right knee and bring the right knee towards the right elbow. Step back, lift the left foot, bend the left knee, bring the left knee towards your left elbow. Back to plank, and we will lower down again to chaturanga. Again, feel free to drop your knees down. Bend your elbow, exhaling to chaturanga and inhaling to push up. Lift your right leg, bend the knee, and this time we will bring the right knee to the left elbow. So knee to opposite elbow. Step back to plank. Left foot up. left knee bend, left knee to right elbow, and step back to plank. Push the hips up and back, come into downward facing dog. You could keep your knees bent or straight knees, but not to worry if your heels are not touching the mat. Just breathe. And from there, inhaling to lift your right leg and the right knee, to shift your body weight forward and bring your right thigh close to your chest and step the right foot on top of the block on the right side. And inhaling to raise your torso up and come into a lunging position. So one thing to note, your feet will not be in line, means the back foot will not be straight behind of the front foot, but you want to maintain a distance, about hip width distance between the feet to get a more stable base of support in your lunge. So, high lunge position, front foot on the block, and we'll want to lower the hips by bending both knees. Raise the hips, straighten both knees, lower, bend the knees, raise the hip, both legs straight, lower and up, lower and up. 2 more times. Lower and up, lower and up. Lower the back heels and just rest your legs for a little bit. And when you're ready, come back into your high lunge position. And notice that you have to press pretty strongly with your front foot to keep your block on place. And this time, we will bend just one knee at a time. So start with bending the front knee. Keep the back knee straight. Straighten the front knee. Bend the back knee. Straighten the back knee. Bend the front knee. And this time, you could add a gentle back bend. This is optional. Straighten the front knee. Bend the back knee and round your back. Again, this is optional. And one last time. Bend the front knee. Keep the back knee straight. Either stay with the torso neutral or slight arch back. Straighten the front knee. Bend the back knee and round the back or not, and come back into high lunge and step the back foot forward. And you could move the other block away because it might become to block the foot movement later on. So this is how you will be standing right now. One right foot on the block and the left foot just floating beside, and just start to swing the left foot for back and forth. Make sure that you keep your pelvis and lower back stable, and then from there open and close the left leg. And we'll repeat the same movement, the hip hiker, but instead of doing it in all fours, we'll do now in a standing position. So for the floating leg, start to hike the hip of the floating leg up and down while keeping the right knee, the knee of the leg of the foot that is on the block. Keep that knee straight. And just rest the left foot on the mat for now. And from here we'll move into a forward fold. So just fall forward gently and rest your chest on your right thigh. And from here, raise your chest off the right thigh and straighten the right knee. Right foot still on the block. And push your hips towards the right side. As you walk, your hands towards the left. And you should feel a nice gentle stretch along the right side of your body all the way to your right leg. And walk your hands back to the center and gently unroll up and grab the second block. So we are still on the right foot on the block, and we'll place the second block in between the left buttock and the left ankle. So squeeze the block to keep the block there. You could just stay here, and this is a very good exercise to strengthen your hamstring. Or if you like extra challenge, you could keep your hands on the waist as you tip your body weight forward. Come into a warrior 3 variation, hands on the hips, or extend your arms forward. Inhale, rise up. Squeeze the blocks one last time with your left leg, and put the second block down and grab your hand towel. Just put it over the shoulders for now, just in case you need it for the next one. So now, from hips, left hip extension, we'll move into left hip flexion. So flex the left hip, bring the left thigh as close as possible to your chest, and either stay here or extend the left leg, point the left foot, bend the left knee, lower the knee, side by side. We'll try that one more time. Flex, bring the left knee close to your chest, extend the left leg, and see if you can reach the left toe with your left hand. If you are not able to, this is where your hand towel will become handy. So grab the hand towel, grab both ends, and place it under the soles of your left foot. Flex the left hip and extend the leg. And then from here, we'll move into forward fold. So you can simply drop your left foot down on the mat and come into forward fold, or if you would like challenge, from here, still grabbing your left foot with your left hand, left fingertips, or with a hand towel, you will start to bend the right knee. Start to bend the right knee and lower your hips. Slowly lower to as far as you can do. If you go hold it all the way down, then come into squat. Lower your left foot, step your right foot off the block, and just hang in your forward. And inhaling to slowly up back into standing. So let's position the blocks again in front of the mat. Both feet in between the blocks. Standing with the feet apart, heels under your sitting bones, and we'll repeat one more time for the second side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank. Drop the knees or keep the legs straight. Exhaling down chaturanga. Inhaling up. Right foot up. Right knee to right elbow. Back to chaturanga. Left foot up. Left knee, left elbow. Plank. Inhale. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Right foot up. Right knee bend. Bring it to the left elbow. Step back to plank. Left foot up. Left knee bend. Left knee to right elbow. Step back to chaturanga. And push your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg. Bend the left knee. Bring the left knee towards your chest as you shift your body weight forward. And step your left foot on top of the block on the left side. So again, come into the lunging position with the left foot on the block. And again, you will put the feet at some distance apart, about hip width apart, instead of putting the feet back to back. So keep some distance to give you better stability as you inhale and raise your torso up and come into a lunging position. Bend both knees, lower the hip, straighten both knees, bend and lower, straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Keep going. Last one. And drop your back heel for now. And just rest your leg, both legs, for few rounds of breaths. And let's move back into the high lunge position, and this time we will bend one knee at a time. So bend the front knee, keep the back knee straight, straighten the front knee, bend the back knee, straighten the back knee, bend the front knee, bend the back knee. One more set. Bend the front knee, and this time you can add a gentle back bend. Straighten the front knee, bend the back knee, and slowly. And with the inhale, step the right foot forward with the left foot. Move the other block side and start to swing your right leg back and forth. Keep your pelvis and lower back stable, and then side to the side, open to the side and close. And we'll do the hip hiker with the right hip. So keeping your left knee straight, hike the right hip up and down. Notice that your left leg is the one feeling the work. And lower your right foot on the mat. And slowly forward folding. Rest your chest on the left thigh. Inhale, chest off the thigh, the left thigh, and then straighten the left knee. Left foot is still on the block. And shift your hips towards the left side as you walk your hands to the right side. And feel this really nice stretch alongside the left, all the way through your left leg. Breathe. And walk back to the center. Walk your hands back to the center and then grab the second block. Left foot is still on the block. Rise up and wedge the second block in between the right, just under the right buttocks and the right ankle. So you could just stay here and then squeeze the block with your right leg, working your hamstring muscle. Or those of you who like to have some challenge for your balance, as you continue to squeeze the blocks with the right leg, lower down your upper body, come into a warrior 3 variation. Keep your hands on the waist or extend the arms forward. And straighten up. Squeeze the block one last time. And take the block, put it down, get your hand towel ready. Still standing with your left foot on the block. And this time, from the extension, we will flex the right hip to bring the right thigh close to the chest. And maybe straighten your right leg, or maybe not, your choice. Lower the right knee beside the left knee. And again, flex. And straighten your right leg. Maybe see if you can reach with your right fingertips. Reach your right toes. If not, get your hand towel and use it to assist to come into this position. And from here we'll move into a forward fold. So you could simply lower your right foot down and come into forward fold, or again, those of you who like to try the pistol squat, you could start to engage your glutes, engage your straight the leg that is on the block, the left leg, and start to bend the left knee to lower slowly as far as you could go. If you could, all the way down, and step both feet on the mat and just hang in your forward fold and breathe. From there, drive your feet strongly to the ground as you unroll your spine and come up into standing mountain pose. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling to bend your knees, to lower your hips, and sit your bottoms on the mat. Scoot to the middle of your mat and take one of the block. Put it in the middle of the mat and sit your kind of the tailbone on that block. In, and you could position the second block behind, and we'll move into a Navasana or boat pose variation with the blocks under the tailbone or also under the sacrum. So this is the boat pose with the blocks under. So chin in towards the chest and looking towards your belly button, and straighten your legs about this, and we will if this position hurts your neck, you are welcome to rest your head on the second block behind, and your arms will be balanced. Extend your legs 45 degrees. But if your necks are flat, this will be your boat. So straighten the legs and let's hold for 5 breaths. Bend the knees, lower the feet, push yourself up, and let's rest for a little bit. And we'll repeat the boat pose for one more time. And again, if your neck is hurting, rest your head on the block and do the variation of boat pose. Okay, let's come again. Remember, up, forearm, tuck your chin in, extend your legs, both legs, 45 degrees, and hold 5 breaths. One more inhale, exhale, lower the feet, come up, remove the blocks, and this time we'll take the hand towel. So you will, with both of your hands, you will hold both ends of the towel and you will pull the towel so it is tight and taut, and you will come into the Adho Shavasana, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and raise your arms over your head, still pulling the hand towel. Scoot your feet closer to your hips. Take an inhale, tuck your chin to your chest, exhale and curl up. Inhale, exhale, move back to Adho Shavasana. Inhale, tuck your chin, curl up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more times. Inhale, tuck your chin, exhale, curl up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, tuck your chin in, exhale, curl up. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, curl up. Inhale, exhale, and let go of the hand towel. Give yourself a hug. Grab one of the block and place it behind your sacrum with the long side of the block across your sacrum and come into a supported bridge position. So you are still keeping your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Relax your shoulders, arms by your side. Bring your chin closer to your chest, elongate the back of your neck, and we'll do a simple pranayama with counting. So you will count the breath in a 4-4-6-6 pattern. So inhale for 4 counts, hold the in breath for 4 counts, exhale longer for 6 counts, and hold after exhale for 6 counts. So in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do another 3 cycles on your own. After you finish your last cycle, lift your sacrum slightly off the block. Remove the block with your hands. Set the blocks aside and extend your legs one at a time. Come into Shavasana. Keep your feet apart about mat width distance. Relax your shoulders. Arms by your side, a little bit away from your waist, palms facing up. Close your eyes and follow the rhythm of your breath. No more counting, just breathe, relax. Focus your awareness into the third eye center. It is the point in between your eyebrow. And give your body permission to rest. Deepen your breaths. Take one big inhale. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. One more time. Wiggle your feet, your toes, your fingertips. Bring your legs together. Raise your arms over your head and give yourself one big stretch. Bend the knees and bring the thighs closer to your chest as you roll to your side. Stay on your side for a while. And press with your hand to rise up into sitting position. Cross your leg in front of you. Inhale, raise your arms up. Press the palms together, make a prayer. Lower down the prayer into your heart center.